Hello, welcome to my kitchen. Look what I've got. And you know what I'm going to make with them? I'm going to make something good. Because the other day I actually made some blackberry pie filling, and I had a whole lot of this juicy stuff left over. So, but I'm going to put some fresh blackberries with it, and I'm going to make a blackberry fried pie. They're going to be so good, and you won't believe how easy these are. We're going to make our fried pie dough, and I use a recipe from this Simply Delicious Arkansas Association of Extension Home Economists. And I've had this book was printed in 1983, so I've used this fried pie crust recipe in here for a long time, because it's a good one. I wouldn't tell you to do it if it wasn't good. But we're going to start with a cup of flour and 2 tablespoons. And we're going to add 1/4 of a cup of shortening. Well, and just a little bit of baking powder, probably less than a half of a teaspoon, and a half teaspoon of salt. I should have mixed that together first, but you can make mistakes, and your baking will still work out. Your cooking still, you kind of stir that up. Now I'm going to mix that shortening in there. Alright, I'm going to use my hands and make it go faster, because I never know when my husband's going to call me to want me to go help him get through a gate or do something. It's all just mixing together. I'm just using my hands so I can get this done. I've got the skillet heating here beside me, so it'll be. And about 1/3 of a cup of milk is what I'm going to add to it. Let me add some and stir that and see how that's coming together. Just a little bit more. See some dry patches of flour. That's it. That's our dough. I know how many it's going to make. It's going to make like 6 or 8. Put some flour out here. So sometimes I would divide them into that many pieces so I know I'd have it right. But for demonstration purposes, I'm just going to get 2 wads of dough. Is that going to be in the way if I move that? Maybe that's out of the camera. Got quite a bit of flour out here. Work it so it's going to make a circle. I'm going to turn that off. I'm not sure it was beeping at me. Why does everything beep at you? But I do want it hot when I put this in there. That's just pretty thin. You can't tell, but it's just pretty thin. But I'm going to take this saucer and lay it on there and cut the edges off to make it round. We'll put that back in the bowl and we'll make another one out of that. We'll re-roll it. See, there's my little round circle. Now to put our pie filling. Now what I was gonna do is I was going to mix some of this up. Hold on a second. I want to do it like I was going to do it, and I'm not ready. Now these are fresh berries here. And I just kind of wanted to mix some of this in there with it, because there's not as many berries in this leftover stuff I have here. Now, I just mix my pie filling with that. And when you put it in your little circle, I don't know if you can I hope you can see me. Sometimes I can't tell. You don't want to put too much. You want to put about 2 scant tablespoons. Because I tell you, if you put too much, it comes out during the cooking process. Now I've got a little bowl of water, and I'm going to moisten all the way around the edge. Gotta get it all the way because we want it to stick together when I fold it over. I'm gonna fold that over, and first I'm gonna press it with my fingers, and just for good measure, I'm gonna come back with the fork. Because if it's not sealed, your filling will run out in your oil when you go cooking them. And you don't have to use the blackberry filling. That's just what I've got. Now you can freeze them like this, and they're actually easier to fry after you freeze them a little bit. I'm gonna turn that back on. Why is it still beeping at me? Let me move that so you can see it fried. I don't know if you can see it in my hot oil or not. Let's make another one while it fries. Let me get some stuff out of the way. I don't know. Let's work on this one though. I hope you can see me because this is so easy to do. My mother-in-law and my mother both used to use the canned biscuits, but I never could hardly get them to do very good. The biscuits would fluff up so fat and fluffy. Not really what I liked. So when I found this recipe in that cookbook, it's the one I started using. That extra off. If I could roll a round one without having to trim it, it'd be okay. And my husband loves applesauce or cherry. There's all kinds of different kinds you can make, flavors you can make. Put me about 2 tablespoons in there. Get a couple of them with berries. Put the water around the edge because we want it to seal. Hold it over. Press up. I think I got that too full. Rita, you messed up. You didn't see that, did you? Get the sweetness off my fingers. Yeah, I had too much in that one. And I'm telling you, they won't work if you get too much in there. Because it just fries it out of there. I'm going to put the other one in there. I'm going to see if I can flip this one. He's pretty. We'll get him out there in just a minute. He's almost done. And boy, they sure look good. Here's another piece of dough. Don't want too much. Just a little bit, and I'll show you. And even if he's hot, I'll try him for us. And I usually don't put any kind of sugar glaze on them. I just fry them like that. That's the way we like to eat them. Don't have to do anything extra to them. Put it down so I can get my circle. Go ahead and get him ready. 2 berries. 3, 4. Don't get too many. I'm going to make some of these and put in the freezer and freeze them. Because I said That's the easiest way to fry them. Is just make them ahead of time and freeze them, and then when you want some, just take out 2 or 3 and heat the oil. Get the oil good and hot. Hold it over the fruit. Press it down with your fingers. And do it with the fork so it seals. Let's see. I'm gonna take him out of there. Let me look at you, see if you're done. Done on the other side. I could have got him a little browner, but ain't he pretty? Now, let's just use this plate. And I'll just try him. He's hot though. That just doesn't look like it's cooking hot enough. Let me turn it back on and try it. Okay. Alright, here you go. He's crunchy. Can you see the crunch and hear the crunch? I believe he got done. Oh, he's too hot to eat. Well, it's hot. But I don't know if you can see, but it's got flaky, crunchy, and he could have got just a little browner. Let me get that one. That one's I'm gonna put one more in there for you before I go. All right, I'm gonna see if I can flip this one over. Oh, he's frying pretty too. Now it's better. I think I've done something to my induction heat burner, and it wasn't doing right. Can I take a bite? I sure want a bite. That's so good. Mmm. I don't know if you can see that flaky crust. We're going to have a good dessert for lunch. Alright, I'm going to stop eating. Get that with your brown underneath. Just put quite a bit of oil in your skillet so that they'll fry on both sides. Fry on one side and flip it over and fry the other side. And flip them real gently, because if you tear a hole in them and that filling goes to running out, then it makes a mess in your skillet. He's not quite brown enough, but I'll show you. See? There we go. How easy was that? You watched me from start to finish. Let me try turning. Oh. He's a little browner, but he will still be good. Can you see? All right. That's my Blackberry Fried Pies. Y'all need to try them, because I showed you how easy it was. You don't need a lot of fancy ingredients or stuff. Love y'all. Bye.